Hi, I'm John Van Gorder. I'm the founder and CEO of Van Hearron Incorporated, and I'm also the inventor and developer of our many fine products. And I suppose that this is how you would expect me to look, lab coat and all, but actually that's not who I am. Who I am is a real-world problem solver, and I started out as a contractor in this business, solving problems that I found in the field. So let me lose all this scientific-y stuff and tell you about another great product from Van Hearron Incorporated. So the product I want to show you today is our new scratch fill luxury vinyl scratch repair kit. So everybody loves the luxury vinyl tile and luxury vinyl plank, and it's going into more and more houses every day. Most new construction has some kind of luxury vinyl in it, and most commercial construction does as well. The problem with that kind of product is that if you take a table and you scoot it across, it scratches. And if it's a different color, it still scratches. And over here on darker colors, it can really show up. But also, if you get a pebble or something stuck in your shoe, it can leave a long scratch on your surface. So let me start by showing you what's in the kit. So the first thing you're going to find in the kit is a set of instructions. And yes, you should read these all the way through before you get started. We have instructions here in English and in Spanish for your convenience. The second thing that you're going to find is this piece of Scotch-Brite. Now this Scotch-Brite will be used to prep the surface before we get started. The third thing you're going to find is a scratch fill pen. And then the last thing you're going to find in the box is our scratch fill top coat. So to repair these scratches, we are going to simply just follow the directions, and we are going to prep the surface first. So we're going to use this Scotch-Brite pad, and we're actually going to rough up the area where we have our different scratches. And it's very important that we do this for a couple of reasons. Number one, if the scratches are made by a pebble or something like that, there's likely going to be a high spot or debris kind of like this on top of that scratch. And you want to smooth that out before you go and fill the scratch in. Okay, the second reason that it's important is it will help the product to actually lay down and adhere better to the surface. So I'm actually just going to take a wet paper towel and I'm going to clean up the dust that was left behind by that preparation process. And then we're going to take a dry paper towel and we're going to dry that surface off so that when we put our product on here, it's going onto a dry surface that's already prepped. So it looked like all those scratches disappeared when the surface was wet, but as soon as it dried out, as you can see, all of our scratches are back. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to take our scratch fill pen, and you just simply pull the end off of the cap off of the end, and you have this little nib right here. And what you want to do is just take a paper towel and push down the nib until a little bit of fluid is running down the sides. And once you have a little bit of fluid on the nib, just set your paper towel aside and find your deepest scratches, and you're just going to go ahead and fill in those deeper scratches with the scratch fill pen. And these deeper scratches will be filled, and then they won't collect dirt anymore or leave room for further damage as you drag other things across your floor. And let's face it, we're always going to be dragging more things across our floor. So now that I have applied this with our scratch fill pen, we're just going to let that material dry until it goes opaque. So just let it completely dry. And then we're going to put our scratch fill top coat on it. Okay, so now that our scratch fill pen application has dried in these areas, all we're going to do now is apply the top coat. Now, it's important to remember when you're applying the top coat that we're not trying to bathe this product in top coat. We are just simply trying to spritz a top coat on there to blend it. So I also like to take a paper towel and just do a couple of spritzes to get that going before I apply it to the surface. And then it's very important you hold the bottle about 8 to 12 inches from the surface, and then you just give it a little spritz. Over application is going to be the enemy of this. So actually just making sure that a little spritz, and if it doesn't blend perfectly, we can always spritz it again once it's dry. So let's not over apply. If it does puddle, then you simply just wipe it off and spritz it again. Okay, so now that the product has dried, you can see on this surface, as we just showed you in the video, that not only is it nearly invisible to see any of these scratches that are here, but you can also run your fingernails across this surface and you can feel the wood grain, but you can't catch your fingers on the scratches that are in the surface because the surface has been filled now. The importance of that is it's not going to collect dirt, it's not going to catch your socks, it's not going to get worse over time. It's a real repair that will be durable for years to come.